Like these people, the connection you have with them is crazy. When you meet, it's those memories, those funny memories, those bad times you had at school, the good times you had at school. May I remember, like in primary, we used to have Saturdays, we used to call it Safaron. Suffer alone. So we used to suffer what? Alone. And you know, you're in primary, in a boarding school, where it was a boarding school. And surprisingly, we used to eat very many times at school. Our school used to eat breakfast, break, lunch, evening tea, and dinner. But on Saturdays, we'd wake up early in the morning, you have nothing to do, you take breakfast, you play soccer, we used to have some fights, we used to have some, like there was everything. By break time, the food is over, you go for break. That was around 10, around 10. After the break tea, now, by the time you reach lunch, I don't know what was wrong with us, but we were always hungry all the time. That by the time, even before they hit the gong, the bell, you're already standing on the door, pushing. Are we together? Waiting for what? Waiting for lunch. And I remember those days, our school was so big, we had a very big compound. There was a forest actually within the school, nearby. So to find the students walking in the forest, looking for these small, there are things they used to call in Luchiga Onyanyambuzi. What are they in English? I don't know them in English, but there were plants which were sweet. So to go looking for them in the forest, eating them. So when you meet these primary chaps that you started with, even when you're from offices and in suits, you find those are the conversations coming back. It has something with MLM. You be here, a prospect comes, they hit you left and right. When you meet another networker, you are sharing these experiences. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you just need to enjoy the process. You just need to enjoy the process. My primary was the most seamless session. It was the most seamless, actually, stage in my life. Because the memories are unmatched. They are what? They are unmatched. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mram Samson, and today we are going to be going through professional etiquette in MLM inviting. When they talk about etiquette, what do you understand, or how do you interpret the word etiquette to you? By show of hands. How do you understand etiquette? Today we have used a bit complicated English, not is and was. Yes, sir.
By etiquette, we talk about discipline or manners or the procedures that are supposed to be followed consistently.
Wow, let's give him a very big round of applause. Another version. Maybe just change the English a little bit. Yes. Polite behavior in certain people. Yes, sir. Let's give another very big round of applause also. Yes, sir.
Ethics, professional ethics in MLM inviting. The ethics.
The ethics in inviting. Let's give him a very big round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, all these people are very right. It's about the guidelines, it's about the behavior, it's about the politeness, the mannerisms. Are we together? As you invite your people. Ladies and gentlemen, today, that's what I want us to talk about. They are saying, ladies and gentlemen, that professional etiquette in MLM or multi-level marketing inviting is crucial because it sets the tone for your relationship with prospects, builds trust, and determines how they perceive both you and the company. Ladies and gentlemen, the way you handle people, the way you communicate, the tone with which you use, the wording that you use is very, very important. Even before someone thinks about having a look at your product, having a look at your business, the way you treat them, the way you talk to them, the politeness, the respect, ladies and gentlemen, it goes a very long way. And they're saying many people reject MLM invites, not because of the business itself, but because some approaches feel unprofessional, some feel pushy, or even some feel deceptive. That's why sometimes you meet someone saying, your people are rude. Your people are not good. You ask them a question, they cannot respond. Are we together? They just keep on luring you. Come, come, come. They cannot say anything. Why? Some of us, ladies and gentlemen, we need to go back to the training that our CEO made last time and learn how do we actually have scripts that can help us. And today we shall also come up with another script. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, I want that there is one thing that helped me in my inviting when I joined MLM was, I remember one day my upline, it was actually training. Our upline said, I want you to ask yourself, if someone told you the same exact words in the same tone that you're telling your prospect, would you leave what you're doing and go meet that person? I want after every invitation that you make, always ask yourself this question. If they invited me in the same version, would I go? If they invited me in the same tone, would I go? If they told me the same words I have told this person, would I go? Because this prospect is a human being like you. If those words cannot move you, just know they can also not move what? Your prospect. Ladies and gentlemen, this breaks the trust and credibility. The moment it feels unprofessional, the moment it feels pushy, the moment it feels deceptive, it feels what? It breaks the trust and credibility. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, very many networkers, very many of us are comfortable inviting only the low people. The people who are way below us in terms of success, in terms of standards. Are we together? Why? They are the ones we can push around and professionally. But the professional people, most of us are scared of inviting them because our approaches are not good. Are we together? Most of us, you've gone to schools, you've gone to universities, you've been working somewhere, but you're scared of inviting these people. Why? Because of this. Some approaches are unprofessional. Some approaches are what? Pushy. Some are even deceptive. How many of us have ever reached a point whereby you feel, I don't want to invite this person because they might not make money from the business? It's because your invitation, the approach you're thinking about, is the unprofessional one. Because it is the deceptive one, the one you want to use. That's why you reach a point where you feel, you know what? I think this person might not do this business. But if you do it genuine, ladies and gentlemen, it is about throwing the ball out there. Like our script was talking about, go through the process, marry the process. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, the key principles or guidelines in professional MLM invitation. These are the guidelines. One, approaching your potential prospects with respect and consideration. Are we together? Respect and consideration. Ladies and gentlemen, as you invite this person, don't forget this person is your uncle. Don't forget this person is your lecturer. Don't forget this person is your boss. Don't forget this person is a parent somewhere. So as you invite them with respect. You don't give them their respect, they will not listen to you. You are not considerate in a way as you invite them. They will not actually do what? Come to you. What do I mean by being considerate? Give them time options. Are we together? Let it not be by my code. It shouldn't be by my standards. It shouldn't be by my needs or wants. It should also consider this person's time, schedule, program. Are we together? What are their standards too? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, the other principle is, someone tell us, click. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, as you invite these people, sometimes have some flexibility concept in you. If this person says, I'm not available on Thursday, can you give them maybe 2 or 3 more options? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, being transparent about your business opportunity and products. You must be transparent. And then being honest and authentic in your invitation. These are 2 different things. Being transparent and tell this person everything. Be authentic. Show them that you're genuine. And then the other one is maintaining a professional tone and demeanor while inviting. Ladies and gentlemen, you must be professional. You must use a language. You must use a tone which is not bossy. You must use a tone which is polite. I'm not saying also be a beggar. No. Be polite enough. Are we together? Now let us look at how do we invite professionally. What are some of the things, or what are the different approaches, or what are the things we must put into consideration? Number one, ladies and gentlemen, mindset. The number one thing is the mindset before inviting. Number one, be confident, passionate, but respectful. Be confident, passionate, but respectful. Ladies and gentlemen, as you invite your people, one thing that is going to show that you are transparent, that you're authentic about what you're doing is the confidence with which you speak. Reduce the murmuring. Are we together? Reduce the breaks in your invitation, the stammering. Are we together? Be passionate about what you are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be overly passionate and forget to respect this person. You are not going to call your boss and say, man, where are you? You need to come and look at this thing. He's going to say, this one is running crazy. Are we together? You don't want to call your uncle and you're telling them, you know what? You need to come very, very fast. Yes, we said be passionate, but with what? With respect. Speak with energy, but with respect. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, there are people I've overheard, they are talking to old people, people older than them. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. How many of us remember in our secondary and primary days when you'd call this teacher by their name? What would happen to you? What would happen to you? Hey, that day, you would not even manage sitting down because the bombs would be on fire. Are we together? They wanted a master, sir, teacher. Are we together? You must give them the respect. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I want us to accept and give respect where it is due. This guy is a teacher. He has qualified for it. Give it to him. Do you lose anything? No. He is a doctor. Give him his respect. Do you lose anything? No. The guy has worked for it. This person is older than you. Give them the respect. They have lived for it. Are we together? They have lived longer than you. At least accept that. That's the reality about it. Ladies and gentlemen, me as a person, do I lose anything when I call someone by a title? Do I lose anything? No, I don't lose anything. But I gain everything. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, the truth is you are sharing an opportunity, not begging for a favor. I want that, ladies and gentlemen, as you get onto that phone, I want you to have this thing in your mind that you are not begging. You are not begging. You are giving them an opportunity in terms of business. You are bettering their health using your products. I was sharing with a certain group yesterday, but one, telling them that when you are going to these MPs, you're going to these doctors, you are going to these people, I want you to go and present yourself confidently, because all they are used to are people who are coming to do what? To rip them off their money. There are people who are coming to take away something from them. Are we together? I want you to go and speak with confidence. Look them straight in the eye. Speak with passion. Speak, ladies and gentlemen, with confidence. And show these people, I am not here to beg like other people are doing. I am coming here to give you a product for your diabetes, for your hepatitis, for your hypertension, for your prostate. I am coming to give you a product for your mother. I am not coming here to beg like other people do. I am giving you a business where you can actually be able to do what? To expand and do business internationally. You are a local guy. I want to take you international. I want you to go with that confidence. Some of us, ladies and gentlemen, why we are scared of inviting people better than us, it's because we feel there is nothing we are adding. We feel there's no value addition. Ladies and gentlemen, detach from the outcome of the invitation. Detach from the outcome. That's what the script of today was saying. Most of us, ladies and gentlemen, we are losing it because of this. We are so much attached to what will they say. We are so much attached to, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to hear the word no. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that no is part of the process. No is part of life. Not all the time. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's a fair dealing. It's a fair dealing. For you, every shop you go to, do you buy? Every restaurant you go to, do you buy? Every shop, every boutique, every office you go to, you don't actually give them the result they desired. But do they actually take it personal? No, they don't. For you, ladies and gentlemen, why should it be a very big problem for you when they say no? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, why should it be a problem when someone says, I am not interested? Why? Why should it be a problem when someone says, let me go and read about it? Haven't you done the same? It's fair. It is fair. Why should it be a problem following up on someone? For you, the day they showed you the business, did you join? You didn't join. So accept when people give the same response you've given. Ladies and gentlemen, it should be well with you. It should be well with you. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, your goal is to inform, not to force a decision. Your goal is to inform. Your goal, ladies and gentlemen, when you're inviting someone, your goal is to tell this person that there is a very good, unique opportunity which has presented itself, and I'm giving you an opportunity to come and be among the pioneers of this business. I'm giving you an opportunity to come and get information about this wonderful product, about this wonderful business. Are we together? You are giving them an opportunity. It's not forcing them to come. Like our script was saying today. And ladies and gentlemen, see it as a partnership. You are looking for people who want to grow, not just make a sale. Ladies and gentlemen, I want people to feel, as they are coming into your business, ladies and gentlemen, let them feel there is some value addition. Let them feel there is a lot at stake if they don't come. Let them feel, ladies and gentlemen, you just don't want to make a sale to pay your rent. Let them not feel, ladies and gentlemen, you just want to make money off them. Let them feel, ladies and gentlemen, you are adding value. You are going to help them be better in all ways. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, you tell this person, for example, inviting someone in Mukono, you tell them, I want you to come and have a look at this opportunity because we want to expand our operations. We want to begin our operations in Mukono, in Katosi, in Imbarara. And we want a few key people like you who can be the project managers, who can be the overseers, who can be the pioneers, who can be the biggest beneficiaries in this opportunity. Let someone feel there is something in it for them. Ladies and gentlemen, number 2, prepare before reaching out. Prepare before reaching out. When I was being taught, when we were actually doing a course unit about communication skills in our year one. I remember one of the things they said was, when you go to do a professional communication, the first thing is ask yourself, what am I going to tell this person? Ask yourself, what am I going to? What's going to be the tone? What's going to be the icebreaker? What is going to be the key thing in my conversation? The ladies and gentlemen, as you get on the phone, I want you to have a script you're going to use for this person. Preparation. They're saying, research more about your prospect and get to understand their interests, background, and needs. Let's say I'm going to call my uncle. The question is, who is this uncle? We have different uncles. There are uncles who are our age. How many of us have uncles who are even younger than us? Are we together? Do we have them? Yes. There are also uncles who are so old. But there are also uncles that we have, ladies and gentlemen, who have actually taken up the position of being the heads of the entire clan or the entire family. These are different people. I must know, which uncle am I inviting? We have different lecturers. There are lecturers who were tough, but you want them in your business. There are lecturers who were easy go-to. I remember there's one lecturer we had. She was teaching us law. This lady comes in our class and it was dirty. She complained, made noise, and said, I'm doing you a favor. Do you know what students did to her? They also told her, we're also doing you a favor, allowing you to come and teach us. That we can also move out. So she threatened to move out. As she was moving out, everyone held their books in hand and they followed her. Then they turned and laughed and said, go back to class and I teach you. Because people showed her, you're joking. We're also doing you a favor. But it was like, it was comic. And you know the funny thing, when I went to do my internship, I phoned her as a big lady in that same law firm. When she saw me, said, I think I know you. I said, Madam, I think I also know you. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know. Now, if you're inviting like such a lady who feels like that, give her what she feels she deserves. Give her the treatment she deserves. Show her, yes, madam, you know, you're one of the big ladies we have, because that's what she wants to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one thing you need to understand. Tell people what they want to hear. And you get what you want also. Are we together? When I was inviting, I remember there's this lecturer who was called Masmengo. He used to teach us financial management. So I called this gentleman and tell him, you know what? Good morning, sir. He was a very funny guy. He was a free guy. He was very interactive. So I called him. Good morning, Mr. Masmengo. How are you? He says, I'm okay, I'm okay. Who is this? I said, this is Amson. I'm one of your students in BCom year 2. He says, oh, Amson, how are you? How's everything? How is the going? Do you feel campus? He used to tease us and tell us that, you know what, guys, you're just joking. You are going to go into the real world and see how we suffer. Now, I told him, sir, you know, the other time you were telling us that after campus we are going to suffer. Me, I am in preparation time. I'm in preparation time. Actually, there is a project I'm starting on, there's a business I'm starting on, and I wanted your honest professional opinion about it. It's about business, and you as our financial management lecturer, I felt you can give me the best advice about this. Actually, I want to invite you, I want us to meet at Makere Guest House. I'm going to be with one of my business partners, who is actually the person who is introducing me into this. I want you to come, have a look at it, meet the guy, so that I don't make a mistake. He said, okay, I'll come. But are you sure you can afford Makere Guest House? I said, I think I can afford the soda. You get it? The guy came, I presented to him. I was with my upper called Salwaji. The guy presents the business, says, this is very brilliant, but Amson, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. My goal was to do what? To invite the guy to come and look at the what? At the business. You must know, this person I'm calling, how do they behave? You must know their behavior in one or the other. If you don't know the behavior, at least get to know some of their interests. If not, get to know something about their background. If not, get to know about something about their what? About their needs. Are we together? But at least, get to know something about them. The beauty about today, this era we are in, is this information is everywhere on our social media platforms. How many of us have gone on Facebook and you can literally know what someone is going through? You see their posts. When someone is going through, if you want to say down on who's quitting, go on their Facebook timeline. Quitting is not what for the losers. It is a part of the journey. Starting afresh is very good. Just know. Change is very good for society. Just know. The guy is preparing himself mentally. Are we together? When someone is posting, tough times don't last, tough people do. Just know the guy, it is hot. It is hot. Guys, let me tell you one thing. Our social media communicates very many things. If you want to know someone has gone in a new place, you just go. If you know someone is on a car trip, someone is having a very good time, they remember that part of the feelings. Excited, feeling good, joyful. Have you seen those? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take time and go know more about these people that you're doing what? That you're inviting. That's saying, choose the right platform to use to reach out. Decide whether to use calls, texts, social media, or in-person invites. Ladies and gentlemen, also in your preparation, you must ask yourself, what works for this person? There are people who are going to send a message on WhatsApp and they'll respond after a week. Is that the right platform to use? No. There are people who are going to send a message on Messenger, and for sure, they are going to take ages to read it. Is that the right platform? No. But there are also people who are very responsive. On what? On WhatsApp. Is that the best platform for them? Yes. Are we together? But there are people, ladies and gentlemen, who you have also been so much on WhatsApp with them, you're chit-chatting, there is a lot of noise and conversation on WhatsApp with those people. Do not invite them on WhatsApp. Call them direct. Let them know it's now serious. Sometimes, change of platform that you are used to with someone, especially if this person, your relationship has been about messaging, you're over messaging. Do not message the invitation. Do not message the urgent thing to them. Call them direct. Let them know. How many of us who have friends, we've been chatting, when you see their call, you wonder, what is it this time? I want you also to always ask yourself, which platform should I use? Is it a phone call? Are we together? If you've been chatting all the time, maybe call them on WhatsApp. This time, call direct. Are we together? But ladies and gentlemen, another thing that's going to help you to call people in the right way is knowing the right platform to use. The right platform to use. I cannot get my uncle and I'm calling this guy on WhatsApp. No way. It has to be direct. Are we together? It has to be direct. Ladies and gentlemen, there are very many guys, these old mature people, some of them, they are going to tell you, send me an email. Send me what? An email. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get to know who am I inviting and what is the best platform to invite them. There are people, ladies and gentlemen, if you're inviting them for a wedding, maybe Hamson is your birthday. Maybe you'll invite me by just sending me an e-card. Not so. And I'll come for sure, no hard feelings about it. Or maybe even just a phone call. Hi Hamson, how are you? I have a party. Please come through. I will come. No hard feelings. Is it how you're going to invite your uncle? Is it how you're going to invite them? You are going to get that card and drop it physically. Or else you'll say, you disrespected me. How do you send me a card? How do you send a messenger to me? How do you invite me on a phone call? How many of us understand what I'm talking about? That some people, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to ask yourself, which is the right platform or which is the right way on how to invite them. I've realized, ladies and gentlemen, today, people are taking invitation cards very serious. Organize invitation cards. Move out and give out invitation cards. Print them out. Invite people. These things are working in many places we've been visiting for events. You can also do the same. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, have your tools ready, such as flyers, presentation links, success stories, or product samples. If you're going to invite someone, maybe physically, or if you're going to meet them. Are we together? If you're going to invite people, maybe outside there, have your flyers. The company is giving us flyers. Go and give out those flyers. Are we together? I remember we were at CJ's with Madam Hajara. So these men, we enter, they smile, hi guys, said hi. This is what Hajara said. They are joking. They don't know I'm looking for people. We sat for 1, 2, 3 minutes. Afterwards, she stands up with her flyers. Hi gentlemen, how are you? You guys are looking smart, so what do you guys do? She talks, then she pulls out the Andrew T flyer. She starts talking. She leaves them with the flyer. They give her the contacts, and she comes back. I'm here to ask her if they bought or if they didn't buy. Are we together? They bought. Ladies and gentlemen, you must have your tools ready at all times. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, number 3 is professional communication guidelines. Communication guidelines. Number 1, use their names as you invite them. Ladies and gentlemen, last week our CEO was very, very clear. Ladies and gentlemen, learn to use people's names. Unless if someone is your equal, or if someone knows you so much, that's when you can use man, guys. Are we together? Those slangs of yours, they work with the young people. Let me be honest, ladies and gentlemen. High school and campus is an age bracket. It's a phase, it's a stage in our lives where we are using slangs. We use a lot of slangs. But ladies and gentlemen, when I joined MLM, the first thing they got out of my mouth, the coach Katos, was the word guys, 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 guys. Our presenters, I want you to get the word guys out of your mouth. Out of your mouth. As you're inviting people, as you're presenting to people, you realize that me when I'm on stage, it is ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. You can say it even 1,000 times. But the word guys, 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 it is disrespectful to some people. Are we together? To you and your prospect, it is okay. But my uncle who is in the audience, my boss who's in the audience, the word guys is disrespectful. Are we together? You must, ladies and gentlemen, you must get to know some of these things because you are not only looking at the underdogs, no? You are not looking at people who are so below you. No. Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at everyone. And ladies and gentlemen, how does it feel? How many of us, you met someone, how many of us you've met some of these family friends who are very rich in the family, who are very rich maybe in your community, and the person comes and says, how are you, Robert? How do you feel when he mentions your name? You feel very good. It does not only apply to the people above you, but it also applies to the people below you. When you go to work with them and the guy comes and says, how are you, Robert? He is more successful than you. But when he mentions your name, you feel good about it. The same applies to these people who are below you in academics, who are below you in the maybe employment ladder, maybe in the society, they are below you in one or the other. But ladies and gentlemen, the moment you accord them their respect, with the little respect they also demand, ladies and gentlemen, they feel very good about you. Actually, they even respect you more than they were respecting you. Are we together? I want you to learn to use people's names. When you are meeting Maureen, tell her, or when you're calling her, hi Maureen, how are you? Are we together? How are you, Sharon? How are you, Doctor? How are you, maybe Kennedy? How are you, maybe Juma? How are you, Patel? Use their names. How are you, Mr. Alex? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, do not just call, hi, how are you? Then you start talking. Put their name. Let them know that this is really meant for them. And this is very common on social media. Some of you are doing what we call broadcasts. You're doing broadcasts. I want you to know which message should be broadcast and what shouldn't be broadcast. I want you to know when do I send a general message and when do I send a personal message, a personalized message, having someone's name, having someone's title. The change with these broadcasts, if you've not realized, some of you are having broadcasts which are having ladies, others are gentlemen. You are going to address ladies as, good morning, bro. Good morning, sir. Are we together? It's so unprofessional. How many of us have ever called a lady, sir? Oh. Or you call a man, madam. Oh, fire. They'll fire you. They may never respond again. They may never respond again. Ladies and gentlemen, be professional as you communicate. This shows respect and personal connection. Respect and personal connection. Being polite and positive. Ladies and gentlemen, using words like please, thank you, I'd love to share, I respect your time. Ladies and gentlemen, these words melt the resistance away. All the barriers they have built, all of them will be melted away with these words. How many of us, someone has ever wronged you? You are very annoyed. In the primary, we used to call it a chimango. You have a mango here. Anger. You feel the throat, it's choking you. How many of us have felt such kind of anger? You feel it here. You feel like you cannot even swallow something. Have you felt it before? And this guy, you are very annoyed. He comes and says, I'm really sorry about what happened. Now you feel like, I must forgive this guy, but I'm also angry. Are we together? I am annoyed, but this person is so kind. This person is so understanding. Maybe it was not intentional. Immediately, your guard starts going down. Actually, if it was so devastating, if it was so bad, you might even drop a tear. You might even drop a tear. Huh? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to have some of these words in our vocabulary. I want them to be so close on your tongues. Are we together? Let the word thank you be the closest word in your mouth. The word sorry, let it be so close in your mouth. The word praise, let it be so close. It's going to help you to win over very many people. Very many people. Are we together? I will not help you for now, but don't you worry, next time I will. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to share something with you. I would like to have you on the team. I would like to partner with you. Ladies and gentlemen, someone feels, I think this person respects me. Are we together? Let someone feel really, ladies and gentlemen, that you really value them. Let them feel they carry some value. Are we together in your business? Not someone feeling, you know what, I'm just adding up on the numbers. There's whereby I feel I'm adding value. There's also where I feel I'm just part of the what? Of the numbers. Don't allow someone feel they are just adding up on the numbers in your presentation or in your business or in your team. And ladies and gentlemen, they're saying that keep it short and simple, not lengthy. Ladies and gentlemen, respect their time and don't sandwich the invitation. Respect their what? Respect their time. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to keep your invitations very precise and straight to the point. Are we together? Let's be so simplified, but well detailed, well packaged for the communication, for the information, for the intention to be realized. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, most of us get on the phone and you're talking about blah, 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 blah. Very many things. And the invitation is within. Do we know a sandwich? Bread, vegetables, mayonnaise, ketchup, meat, vegetables. Well, it's katogo. It's not even a katogo. Katogo is even a sandwich. You cannot even tell, am I eating bread? Am I eating vegetables? What am I eating exactly? Now, some of us, that's how we are inviting. You call someone, you're asking them, is it raining in Kampala? Or is it dusty? How are the children? How is this? How is that? How is the sorghum? How is the... Ladies and gentlemen, you are not here for a catching up. No, it's not a catch-up call. It's not a catch-up call. It is an invitation call. Are we together? It's an invitation call. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, how many of us realize that on WhatsApp, actually, an invitation on WhatsApp is very, very hard to confirm. It's very hard on WhatsApp. Very, very hard. Chatting. You might invite someone for 2 days on WhatsApp. How many of us know what I'm talking about? It can take you 2 days. But a phone call is just 1 minute away. Because you call and it is one thing, straight. Hi, Hamson. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Straight away to the invitation. Are we together? But on WhatsApp, oh God, you'll be chatting, someone brings emojis of whatever they are bringing. You talk, they put a big one, a fat one, which is laughing with others flying out. Before you know it, they bring you these things will be running around. These women will be falling off the cliffs in the invitation. That at the end of the day, someone wonders, exactly, were they calling me for business? Were they catching up? Did they want to know about my life? Exactly, why did this person call? Because on WhatsApp, can we tell someone, don't send any other message. This is very important. Allow me to first send what I'm sending. Is it what you do on WhatsApp? You cannot do that. You cannot tell someone on WhatsApp, ladies and gentlemen, I am in a hurry. Can you do that on WhatsApp? You cannot be in a hurry. You cannot be in a hurry on WhatsApp. No way. You will send the message, they will still find it. A phone call, ladies and gentlemen, is the best way of inviting someone. If you're going to use WhatsApp, then make sure still do a call on WhatsApp. Are we together? And ladies and gentlemen, do not hype or exaggerate during your what? Your invitation. Are we together? As you're inviting people, ladies and gentlemen, do not use hypey words. Do not use exaggerated words during your what? Your invitations. Are we together? Let us look at a structure of a professional invitation. A precise one. Here's a simple and professional flow. They're saying, give them a warm greeting. Hi, put the name. Put the what? Put the name. I hope you are doing great. Actually, some of these statements like, I hope you're doing great, you don't want someone to come and explain themselves. How are you? I am okay, but you know what, but you know what, but you know what, but you know what. No. You give them a predetermined status of the mind that you want. I hope you are doing great. Are we together? I hope you reached home safely. If you ask, so have you reached home? You are simply saying, explain the journey to home. Are we together? I'm in a taxi, but this taxi is going to drop me in Karere. From Karere, I'll get a Badabada. From Badabada, Are we together? That's not what you want. Ladies and gentlemen, put their name. Then they're saying, build context or connection. I came across your profile. I saw from what you researched about them, from what you've got to know about them, from what you found out from their what? From their profile. Those who are Facebook prospecting, or TikTok prospecting, or Instagram prospecting, the beauty about those platforms is there is already some bio data. There is some bio data. There are some of their likes, some of their interests, their favorites. Are we together? Today it's very easy to know people. Go on their what? Go on their profiles. Open the profile. Read about them. Are we together? Do they like soccer? Do they love vacations? Do they love music? Do they love which kind of music? Are we together? Or like whatever you realize about them. Are we together? So when you're inviting them, I came across your profile. I came across maybe your business card. By the way, for example, you've picked, there is a gentleman I invited that day. I got his business card. You know these guys is it Mogo? Mogo. These ones of car loans. So I'm going back around Renzori Courts, evening hours, around 5 to 7. They're always there. Or morning, if you do 8 to 10. That's their time. That's the time when they're always moving out, giving out cards. So I call this guy, he's called Patrick. Hi, Mr. Patrick. Actually, I saw on your business card that you are a sales director with Mogu Loans and something. When I saw this on your profile, I thought of you. When I saw a business card, I thought of you. When I saw your profile, I was listening to this music and I remembered. I actually thought about you. I was actually preparing for maybe a presentation. I remembered that you are interested in business. I saw maybe, I met this person. How many of us have met someone who resembles your birthday, who's putting on a shirt for your friend, and then you say, hey, man, hi Dennis, I've seen someone putting on the same necktie like yours. I remembered immediately. Has it happened before? Use the same. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, give a genuine compliment. I really admire your work ethic and success. Maybe this is, you want to give a quick connection. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, now let's go to the invitation. Before you go to the actual invitation, give them a genuine compliment. You want now to attach a reason why them. Why them? Some people are going to ask you, why did you invite me? Don't you have brothers and sisters who need the business? Don't you have friends who need the business? Don't you have other OBs and OGs who need the business? Don't you have neighbors who need the what? The business. Ladies and gentlemen, these compliments, I want you to always give a compliment in relation to the reason as to why you are inviting them. Are we together? Give a compliment in relation to the reason as to why you are inviting them. If you're inviting them for leadership, if you want to use leadership as your pick-up line, then give them a compliment in relation to what? To leadership. How does them being a leader relate or be a reason for them to come? If you're calling them because of their work ethic, ladies and gentlemen, if you're calling them because there is commitment involved, then the work ethic works. Are we together? If you realize that maybe these guys are sportsmen, there's commitment in sports. Maybe compliment them in that regard. Are we together? So they're saying that I really admire your work ethic and success in business. Oh, I really admire your leadership skills. And how do you make it genuine? Qualify their leadership skills. Maybe they were a prefect in primary or secondary. Maybe they were on the guild council at campus. Maybe they are leaders in your community. They are the LC ones, or they are the defense. You know those different posts in our villages, not so? Give them that what? I really admire your leadership skills. I remember When you were our entertainment prefect, we used to have Kadanke every month. We used to have a very good sports day with very good trophies. Man, you were so exceptional. Are we together? Let them feel good about it. And then they'll start telling you, man, those days, we enjoyed. With me, I was very tough. I used to go to the staff room and complain, even if I'd never gone there. It was a school program. Are we together? Tell him how they used to give you, they used to actually, like, movie days. They would give you very good movies because the guy was very good at picking the best movies. Are we together? If he was maybe a head boy, tell him, man, I remember during your era, that's when our food was changed. Man, you were so good. Now, Mr. Patel, the reason why I called you is because I know for sure the opportunity I'm calling you for is actually the reason why I'm inviting you is because I know with your great leadership skills, you can make a killing. You can actually make the biggest money in your life. You can be able to change your life 360 degrees with your leadership skill. Already, you told them they were great leaders, and you gave them a reason why they were great leaders. It's like, for example, today I'm an accountant. If I go in the newspaper and I'm looking for a job, and I find they are saying, Mulago Hospital wants a surgeon, and they're going to be paying them 10 million Ugandan shillings. Is 10 million good money? Yes. Then there is another vacancy. We also want an accountant, but we are going to be paying them 1 million Ugandan shillings. Which one do I apply for? Which one do I apply for? The one of 10 millions or the one of 1 million? I will apply for 1 million because that's where I feel I qualify. It's not about how good the opportunity is. It's not about how good your business is. It's about, can I manage it? Do I qualify? Will I be able to actually run this business? That's why, ladies and gentlemen, even if you get someone who is not qualified and place them in a certain position in an organization, at the beginning, they're excited about it. After 3 months, they run away. They do what? They run away. Those who have been employed, you know what I'm talking about. He comes, the money is too much, he's okay. He has a chair, a rocking chair, rolling one. Before he knows it, oh God, the tasks are crazy. They cannot understand what is going on. The guy says, you know what, I'll not come back again. I'm done with my days. Yes, then that's, why did you leave? Me, I'm not okay with it. Are we together? The tasks are very many. There's something here. Show someone why this is a good fit for them. And ladies and gentlemen, introduce the reason for reaching out. I'm working on a project that is helping people. I'm working on a project and we are expanding our what? Our operations. Maybe, once again, in Mukono. Tell them how being in Mukono is an advantage. When we are looking for Congolese, I would call them, hi, how are you? Man, we are expanding our business operations in DRC. And we wanted people who are based in DRC. And that's why I called you. This opportunity I'm calling you for is a project which is looking at empowering people, both health-wise and also wealth-wise or financially. And I want you to be among the top people. I want you to be among the pioneers of this project. The guy feels him being in DRC is a what? It makes him a winner. Are we together? If I'm calling someone, ladies and gentlemen, maybe talk about the leadership. I'm working on a project that, ladies and gentlemen, with the leadership skills, this is going to be a very big opportunity for you. Why? Why? The leadership. This opportunity I'm looking at is, we are looking at people who can be able to lead teams. We are looking for people who can be able to actually pioneer in the different markets. That's why you being a leader is a very big advantage. Are we together? And I thought you might be open to hearing about it. And I know this can earn you a very big fortune as a leader. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, as you're inviting people, always make sure that the compliment you give them, merge it with the reason as to why you're doing what? You're inviting them. I don't want you to cram anything. Just be creative. Be creative. Are we together? Someone is a teacher. How does being a teacher actually do what? Help them. I'm inviting you for an opportunity, sir or teacher or headmaster. I'm inviting you for an opportunity which involves what? Can I call it teaching? Which involves maybe presenting, which involves maybe talking to people, which involves maybe sensitization. Are we together? And I want to invite you to come and have a look at this opportunity and see how you can be able to use your teaching skills, your leadership skills to earn you an extra income, to supplement on your income. Are we together? Or if you are not employed anywhere, come and see how you can be able to earn a very big commission out of this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, ask for permission, not time. Would you be open to a quick call or a meeting to see if it's a good fit for you? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to take a picture of this, or you can write down. I want you to play around with these words. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, inviting professionally is the easiest thing. The moment you understand passion, compliment, and permission. Qualify them. Do what? Qualify them. Ladies and gentlemen, and also another thing that we didn't talk about was being in a what? In a hurry. That's one very key thing. One way on how, let me give you a technique that will help you dodge questions like never before. Begin your invitations with, I am in a hurry scenario. That for every question they ask, ladies and gentlemen, you refer back to what? I'm in a hurry. Let me give you an example. Hello, Mr. Kennedy, how are you? This is very important. Though I'm going for a meeting, this is very important. I have to first get to you. This is very important, but I'm heading for what? For a meeting. That if they go into a chit chat and they start asking questions, tell them, it's okay. That's why I'm inviting you to come on Friday at exactly 11 a.m. so that you can be able to be a part of our presentation. Like I said, I'm rushing for a meeting, but for sure, on Friday, I'll be able to give you all the details. Hi, Mr. Kennedy. Actually, I'm entering into a taxi. I've just stopped a taxi. But I remembered that I must first call you for this because it is very important. On Friday, we are organizing a very powerful business presentation, and you as one of the greatest leaders we had at school, I felt that your leadership skills can be able to change your life this time. I want you to confirm with me. Will you be available on Friday for our what? For a meeting. Then they start. Highlights, whatever. Remember, actually, the taxi guy is waiting for me. Actually, I have already knocked. Actually, I'm entering the office, right? Even reduce the tone. I am in the middle of a meeting. I was in the middle of a meeting. But I remembered that this meeting is it's going to be so rewarding to you. This meeting is very vital for you. Why? We are going to be talking about a very big project that you as a great leader Kennedy, I can assure you, you were one of the greatest leaders we had in primary. That time when you were head boy, so many things changed. And I felt that with your leadership skills, you can be able to make a living out of this. Mr. Kennedy, like I said, I'm in the middle of a meeting. Why I called is, I wanted to know, will you be available for a Friday presentation? Or can we book another appointment within next week, either on Tuesday or Friday? Which day works better for you? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, compliment, but also I want you to close, put a limitation on the time that you have. Otherwise, someone is going to say, okay, I have my mega bonus, I have enough calls, let me call you, then you explain. Cut all those things off. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, this keeps it polite, professional, and pressure-free. Are we together? It keeps it polite, professional, and pressure-free. Number 5 is common mistakes to avoid. I think this is our second last slide. Common mistakes to avoid. Spamming. What? Spamming. Or mass inviting without personalization. Some of us, we are being given scripts, and the way they are sending it to you is the same way you're copying it and sending it. The same way they're giving this script is the same way. How many of us realize that some of these scripts are masculine? And you're copying the same script and send it to a lady. Or this person who gave you the script, they had tailored it for the lady. You are copying the same thing and sending it to what? To a man. That is spamming. Are we together? You are getting a message, ladies and gentlemen, which is for a product presentation. You are sending it to someone. You intend for what? A business presentation. Are we together? There is someone you want to meet for a one-on-one. You're getting a message for a general presentation. You're sending it to someone for what? For a one-on-one. Guys, I want us at least to put some level of creativity. Okay, not 100%, but it's to some extent also. Be creative at your personal level. Are we together? At least go and look at, does this message apply to Patel? Does it apply to Mr. Alex at his age? Are we together? Editing the guy's things, the man, what's up, man, hey, what? Those things, go and remove them and send to Mr. Alex. Some of us are just copying, you send. You're getting a message for someone who's a Ugandan. You're sending it to a guy who's a Congolese. Man, the guy is going to feel like, are you talking to me or talking to someone else? How many of us, someone has picked the phone and you are them talking to other people and ask them, are you talking to me or you have some other person talking to? Because the language is not clear. Even you, your language is not clear. Overselling or making unrealistic promises. Then, talking too much about yourself instead of focusing on their needs. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, I said, under preparation, the first thing is get to know about this person. That you're not only selling what you have, but you are also involving them in the sale, especially on how are they going to benefit from what they are going to buy into. Are we together? And ladies and gentlemen, using negative language about other companies or people, watch out. This is a bad advice. It's a bad thing when someone invites their prospect and then you start telling them how the other person is a bad person for you to get them on your side. You're discrediting both of you, unfortunately. You're discrediting both of you. There are things we're going to talk about other companies that discredit the entire industry. Are we together? Avoid negative languages about someone you are partnering with, about a company in the same industry like you. Are we together? Avoid it at all costs. It's like when you go and talk bad about your brother. You're all the same. You're all the same. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, when a teacher beats a student to death, What do they talk about teachers? Do they say that Teacher Hamson is a bad teacher? The newspaper brings it and says, teachers have become a problem. All teachers are hunted down. Whether you are in a good school and you are the most disciplined or not, all of you, as long as there is something that a teacher has done, all the teachers become bad. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Talk about yourself. Talk about your company. Talk about your business. Leave others in their own battles. Leave others in their own problems. Leave others in their own challenges. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, unless if someone says, what is the difference between your business and their business? Talk about your business. Tell them, for us, this is how we do. For us, this is how we do. Ladies and gentlemen, talk about it like others don't have it. For just talk what's good about yours. We have villa awards, we have car awards, we have lifestyle, we have vacations. Other companies also have vacations. But you don't need to talk about their vacations. Talk about yours. Talk about your villa. Talk about the commissions you're paying out. Don't talk about the other people. Are we together? Avoid the negative language. Because, ladies and gentlemen, some of our prospects are not networkers. They might not be able to understand. They will look at it generally. They'll look at it generally. That's why we meet the prospect who says, networkers are bad people. Why? Because of an experience they had in a what? In a certain company. Is it everywhere? No. Something here. Talk about what are you offering you as a person? What is your product offering? Are we together? What is unique about your product? Even if another product serve it, talk about yours like others don't have. That's why we had the slogan of there are only two companies in the world. Our company and others. This OQATA and others. Others, I don't care. We are number one and others. Are we together? We are the only company plus others in the industry. Others, I don't care. Tell them like you are the only people who have binary. Tell them like you're the only people who are paying 165. Tell them like you're the only company, ladies and gentlemen, which has got the Villa Award. If any others have, those are their problems. They are others. Look at you. Look at you. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, is some professional inviting tips: dress well. If you're meeting someone in person, or if you're going to do a video call. Now, guys, sometimes you do Zooms and you see someone. Keep your social media professional. People often check your profiles before saying yes. As you invite them, people go and do some reading about you. They start scrutinizing you. They want to know, who is this person? Then they're saying how you invite says more about you than the opportunity you share. Professionalism and respect. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to go with this at the back of your mind, that what I'm going to say as I'm inviting this person is actually going to be the beginning of the close of this person. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Today we are having the voice of victory. Voice of victory recognition. Not so? Today we have a Zoom. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be on with your downlines. But most importantly, invite. Do what? Invite. Follow up especially. There are people, ladies and gentlemen, who you presented to, and they are still wondering, do I get in? Do I remain on the other side? Are we together? These events, ladies and gentlemen, they help you to close some of these people. These events, ladies and gentlemen, they help you, they make the work easy for you. When they recognize you, it's a plus. When they recognize your upline, it becomes very easy for you to sell your upline to that person who saw them being recognized. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to use all these avenues. This one thing I personally believe. You never know what closes your prospect. Your work is make sure they are available for every closing avenue, every closing platform. Make sure they are there, because you don't know what is going to do what? to complete the job for you. You don't know what is going to get the job done for you. Maybe it's Emma who's going to close the person. You don't know. Maybe it is Mr. Alex who will close the person. Maybe them coming and they see Mr. Alex on the group, it's going to close them. Maybe when they hear or when they see the monies people earn, it's going to close them. Maybe, ladies and gentlemen, when they see the top earners, they're like, wow, I want to be like those guys. Yesterday, there's a guy who was closing, and this is what the guy said. Hamson, me, I am joining because I have seen how I can be able to solve my small problems. I don't want a big money. I don't want a big money. I am not joining out of excitement because you guys have made big money. Me, I'm joining because I have seen I can earn 120, I can earn 160, I can earn $1 million maybe per week or per month. Me, I am okay. This is what is going to work for me. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what is going to get even some of your down ends being challenged to work even harder. I want you to imagine when they are doing, for example, a recognition of the 3 in 30, and there is someone who did maybe 5 in 30, and your down is saying people are not joining, and another person brought 5, and again, wow. Others are sponsoring. It means I'm the one who's not doing enough. These platforms, ladies and gentlemen, these Zooms do not only close prospects, but they also close us members, maybe to change our commitments, to change the way we look at or do the business. Are we together? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Let's go and prepare for our presentation, but also invite massively for the evening Zoom. Thank you so much. God bless you.